in the dinosaurs and mammals, we will be talking about the rise of mammals. So as I have discussed earlier that the dinosaurs, they were diminished after a major extinction event 65 million years ago. So there must be some other kind of organism which would have taken dominant instead of those dinosaurs. So the mammals, they were living during the Triassic period as a primitive forms, and they were small insect eaters in the late Triassic and early Jurassic period. They were not very significant animals, and they were nocturnal. That means they were coming out in the night. They were not coming out in the day because they were so much predators, and they were an easy prey. So that's where they were coming in the night. And they remained small through most of the Mesozoic and did not achieve high diversity due to the dinosaurs. So once the dinosaurs are dominant, there are not enough niches left for the mammals to dominate. So they were submissive in their evolution to the dinosaurs. So most basal mammal groups did not outlive Cretaceous and Tertiary mass extinction. So if we talk about those mammal groups that were present during dinosaurs period or age of dinosaurs, they didn't live the Tertiary mass extinction, but some of them were able to survive. So 3 surviving clades were there. One are monotremes, marsupials, and the placentals. So these are the 3 particular clades that were able to survive that mass extinction. So let's talk about the monotremes. Monotremes are restricted to Australasia. Australasia is a common word for the Australia and Asia. When we combine both, that makes Australasia. So in Asia and Australia, both continents, these are restricted. The monotremes are restricted there. The example of these monotremes are the platypus and echidnas. And what does make them different from the other mammals? That they are still laying eggs as a cynodont ancestors. So because they had those reptilian cynodont ancestors, they are still laying eggs. The young hatch out and feed on the mother's milk until large enough to live independently. So they are laying eggs, and eggs hatch. The young ones are very, very not promiscuous. They are depending on their mother to care for them, and mother give them milk, and they will develop into the adult. And once they are able to live independently, then they will go on their own way. And the rest of the 2 groups are the marsupials and placentals. So marsupials and placentals radiated dramatically in the Tertiary, and a classic example of adaptive radiation due to the development of teeth. So why does the teeth matter? Because if we see the other animals which were present earlier, the snakes, reptiles, birds, lizards, birds don't have the teeth, the lizards as well as the fish. So all of those tetrapods, they had the teeth, but those teeth were not differentiated. But in case of mammals, these teeth were differentiated into different types, which we will be discussing. And due to the presence of very much diverse range of teeth, they were able to find their dominant niches, and they were able to dominate in that niche as well. So diversified within 10 million years to forms as disparate as bats, rats, monkeys, and whales. So if we see the bats and rats, monkeys, and whales, all of these animals are very, very different from each other. They look very different. One is flying, one is living on the ground, one is living on the trees, another one is inside the ocean. So what makes them common? Because all of these are mammals. And mammals uniquely have differentiated teeth with incisors. The teeth with which we cut, canines, the pointed teeth, and the cheek teeth, which are molars and premolars, which are for the grinding and masticating the food. So differentiated teeth means that the mammals can get the huge array of diet. They can eat everything. biting and especially chewing made them more efficient in taking food, and they had the higher metabolic rate because they had very active lifestyle. So this high metabolic rate means that they need a lot of nutritious food. So differentiated teeth allow mammals to improve efficiency of their digestive system. So once they were eating more, they were able to live more successfully. So these mammals are having different classifications. We have discussed about the three clades, and these three clades are actually divided into three classes as well. The class Mammalia and the clades are further divided into subclasses. First one is the Monotremata. Female lay egg and newborn young grow in the pouch, and these were prevalent during the early Cretaceous to the recent time. So they were present, they were first found in the early Cretaceous, and they are living till today. And then there is subclass METATHERIA. METATHERIA are the marsupials and extinct relative. Young are born live but continue development in the pouch. So you may already have in your mind what those animals are. These are the kangaroos or the other animals which are living in Australia. So they were living they were developed during the Cretaceous, and to recent times they are still living. And the third and the final class is the Eutheria. Eu means true. So they had the placentals and extinct relatives. And these placental mammals are young, are born and live at an advanced stage. So the fully developed babies are born, and these are nourished by the placenta when they are in the womb of their mother. When they come out, then the mother feeds them milk, and then they are having their own ability to grow, and when they become independent, then they can go on their own ways. And they were present during the Mid-Cretaceous to the recent time. So these were the three classes of the mammals, and how did the mammals were prevailing the Earth's atmosphere after the dinosaurs have left.